What's going on? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be working on the Tundra. We're going to be installing some AuxBeam 3-inch LED pods. These things are super sweet. And we also got the CBI the mount brackets so that they can mount kind of behind the hood. Now, huge shout out to AuxBeam for sending me these LED lights. They are extremely high quality and they come with a nice little amber cover if I want to do that. It also came with an entire wiring harness, which we're not going to need very much of this because this whole kit is as if you did not have a switch panel. Now, since I have one, we're pretty much just going to need the power and the ground from these LED lights, so it should make the installation pretty simple. Now, if you have not seen the previous video where I installed the AuxBeam switch panel, this guy right here, this is the 6-gang multifunction. This one's one of their new ones because it's RGB. It's got the app on your phone and you can control it and set different commands so that multiple lights can turn on at once and a whole bunch of cool stuff with the app. So we have this one, and I mounted it in the back seat underneath my rear seats. It made more sense to install it back there, but if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out. That'll kind of help you if you have one of those and you're working on installing these lights with it. Now, to get started with the installation, we're going to kind of sort this out a little bit better than I have it now. So obviously we have our lights, we got our brackets, those are good. This is the long kind of wiring that comes back to the relay, which is provided in the kit, and then a whole bunch of other wiring that we aren't going to need. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this off here and throw the rest of this away because I'm not going to need that. I'm literally just going to need the power and the ground for these lights. Now, I'm going to mention this now just in case you guys kind of want to skip ahead. You can mount these lights under one, basically switch function, or you can mount it under two. Basically what that means is these lights, you can mount them up independently, or you can have them mounted to one specific kind of fuse, I guess is where I would put it. So you can independently put these on like a single 5 and another single 5, so you can control your left and your right light independently, or you can put them both under like a 10 and control them at the same time. I plan on doing it at the 10 because realistically I can't think of a scenario where I'm going to want to just turn on my left light. So in that case, I'm going to route them both together under a 10 amp fuse. The reason how I got to that answer, if you're wondering, is the end line is a 10. As well as I did the math for these lights because they're 80 watts and it's 12 volt circuit. You can do quick math. It's like 6 and some change between the both of them combined. So both of them under a 10 amp should be safe. Now that we have cut the rest of the wiring that we're not going to use out of the way, I'm going to start running all this wiring through the truck so that we kind of know what we're working with and to see if I need to splice on some extra wire to run it to the back. Now I'm going to go ahead and skip this part where I'm going to take off all the trim pieces inside the truck. If you want to check that out, the other video like I mentioned earlier where we install the switch panel, I show you guys kind of how to take some of these trim pieces off. Now that we have all this opened up, we're going to want to go to the front of the truck and we're going to start figuring out how we're going to mount up these brackets. Now these ones are particular for the Tundra. They're going to reuse the factory bolts that go into the hood using with the strut here, and they're going to come out from the back side and go up on both sides. Now we're not going to fully finish the wiring because we're going to have a little bit of leftover on this side once we connect the lights. So we're going to find where we're going to tuck this and put this away, and then we're going to kind of tuck away the rest of the wiring as we go back. Now when you're going to install these brackets for the lights, it's nice to have someone to help you kind of hold and support the hood just in case it starts to move on you. But if you start with one bolt at a time, you take the front one out, put the bracket in, replace the bolt, tighten it down a little bit to where you can still rotate the bracket. It'll allow the hood to kind of maintain its position and shouldn't move on you. And then you can go ahead and do the back bolt and so on and so forth onto the other side. I already did this side so you can kind of see what it looks like. As you can see, the bracket kind of just fits on the outside of the bolts. This was kind of the easier and safer way to do it so that I didn't have to actually lift the hood up to place the bracket in between and kind of sandwich it in there. But this is how it's going to fit with the hood up, so the lights will sit up here as we go to close the hood. It obviously points up, and that's where we're going to get our positioning for the light, and then once we get it on there, we can kind of turn it left or right and get it set up there. But now I'm going to finish up with the other side, and then we'll go ahead and install the pod lights. Now moving on to the installation of the pod lights themselves, this is kind of how it's going to look and set up when you go to put it on the bracket. We're going to have our bolt that passes through the bottom of the holder for the light itself. Mounts to the side screws here, one on each side. They provide some nice stainless steel hardware to go with it. And this is what's going to mount the light to the actual bracket that's bolted to the hood. Once you get all that set up, it looks like this. And now we can take this over to that bracket and mount it up with this bolt here on the bottom. Now this is kind of what it's going to look like after it's installed onto the bracket. I think it looks great. I'm really happy with kind of the overall look and the quality of the product mounted on here. However, one issue I did find is there's a little scuff here, because I was test fitting with raising the hood to see if this bolt was going to make contact, and it does. So kind of measuring that out before you go ahead and put these on the truck. I'm going to have to shorten this bolt probably by about 1/2 inch to kind of there, just because I don't need that many threads left over. So I'm going to be going to the hardware store and taking this bolt with me and getting 2 more that are just shorter. But pretty simple fix. This is more of a universal product, so can't blame the company for the hardware being not specific. Instead of going to the store, I decided just to cut these bolts down. So I took about, whatever that is, almost 1 inch off. And now they look great. Now they're going to be the perfect length, and they will still fit inside the bracket for the light pod so that the head does not rotate. And now after cutting that bolt down, this is what I am left with. It is just the perfect amount. Once I actually tighten this down, I should have a couple threads pop out, but this is going to work out very well. Now I'm just going to repeat the same side, get this all mounted up on the other side. And there we have it. We have both lights mounted up nicely. They're not tightened down all the way because I want to have them on before I start adjusting the angles of them. But they are secured. So now we are going to move into kind of the more meticulous side of things, which is going to be wiring. So there is a cowl that runs along the back here, kind of just beneath the window, where you can actually tuck a lot of this wiring, at least from the passenger side. We're going to tuck it all the way, go across the driver's side. It's going to come out kind of as you can see here, which is going to make it pretty neat. You're not really going to notice any of the wiring. And I'm going to go through one of the existing holes here in the firewall, and then kind of just run it back down the left side on the kick panels all the way to the back seat. Well, after probably like 30 minutes to an hour of trying to get these wires fed through, it is a very meticulous process. What I've found out, the more wire that you try to run through, the harder it gets, obviously. But we are done. So we ran all the wires underneath the kick panel. Getting through this B-pillar was pretty challenging. Spliced all the wires in. I'm going to probably clean this up a little bit before I put the covers back on. But you can see it runs underneath here over to my switch panel. I have the power and the ground on that one 10 amp fuse. We're going to try it out. If it doesn't work, I'll end up just probably using the other 10 amp and just split them individually. But for now, we're going to try it like this. I did tape them so that I know which light is which, so that they aren't just wires hanging around by themselves and I don't know where they go. So now we're all good here. We're going to go ahead and test it and see how these lights work. Well, they work, so that's awesome. Now, basically, I'm just going to take a little time myself, get these lights pointed to where I want them to be, and we'll try them out tonight and see how much brighter they are in the dark, and see how much they're going to help me when I'm driving at night. This is just my normal driving headlights. As you can see, it illuminates the road pretty well right in front of the truck. Now this is the high beams. As you can see, it reaches obviously in a straight line a lot farther, but pretty good night driving. And we go from nothing. So now we're going to go no lights, and there are the side pods. As you can see, They clearly don't illuminate the front of the truck the way I have them set up. I have them set up at a little bit of a degree off center so that they can kind of assist with the normal headlights and the high beams. So we'll go normal, and there's with the pods. So it's just without the high beams on right now. So that's really good. As you can see, driving down dirt roads or country roads, this is going to help you see the side a lot, and especially if you're off-roading out at night, you can see any animals or any sort of debris that you might need to catch your eye on and that you can avoid. And there is with the high beams. So reaches out farther in the center, and with these side pods, great addition for front lighting on the truck.